Welcome aboard the Sauce Train, everyone. Today we're going to be taking a look at the game Flotilla 2. If this game is... Welcome aboard the Sauce Train, everyone. Today we're going to be taking a look at the game Flotilla 2. If this game isn't the second VR strategy game made, it's certainly one of the first, and it's definitely the first that I've heard. Jumping straight into the review, let's talk graphics. For a space game, I was kind of disappointed. I was hoping for some, bright stars in the background and, beautiful cosmos, clouds of cosmic dust or something. But on the plus side, that probably means this game will run fine, even if your computer doesn't have the most powerful of graphics cards. And there aren't really much effects to see. I mean, there's some rockets that shoot and some laser beams that fire off, but they're not super realistic. They just kind of look like, again, that toy aesthetic. Overall, it's just a super basic game. Overall, graphics are going to get a 2 of 5. From there, the sound of the game is kind of meh. There's some classical music that plays during the movement scenes, and that's kind of nice. But outside of that, it's just really quiet, and there's some clicking noises when you move ships and stuff. But, it's lackluster. Sound's gonna get a 2 of 5 as well. From there, we certainly have one of the more important categories of any VR game review, and that's movement and sweat factor. When moving in the game, you kind of just reach and pull yourself through space, which is really simple, really easy, but the big downside to this is that there's this huge tunnel vision effect that just blocks your vision down to this little tiny spot, and it's really detracting from what is already, graphically speaking, not a great game. This might have been added to prevent VR sickness, which can be common with unorthodox movement methods, especially when you don't really have a ground to settle yourself on. But overall, I just felt like it detracted from the game. Continuing with movement, you're not really going to be actually moving at all. You'll mostly be standing in place, so sweat isn't going to be a big deal with this game either. Lastly, and this is something that I didn't talk about in previous reviews as much, but it's definitely important and it's going to be making return reviews, is how lost you get in VR. Surprisingly, you get lost in this game. I mean, you lose track of your surroundings pretty easily, and you'll quickly find that if you're not playing with a boundary on, your hand's going to be going way out there. Albeit, you're moving pretty slowly, so you're not likely to cause any real damage, but it's something to be aware of. So, movement's going to get a 3 of 5 for me. The tunnel vision is a pain, but other than that, it's pretty good. Lastly, let's talk gameplay. I'm actually a pretty big strategy guy, so when I heard of a VR strategy game, I was pretty stoked. But Flotilla 2 feels more like a playtest than a true strategy game. The matches are all pre-scripted, and you just kind of go through one level at a time. It's fun, and it's certainly worth the $10 cost, but it's not something that I'm necessarily looking forward to playing again. I will give them credit though. There's a lot of scenarios, probably over 100, so it definitely makes it worth its $10. Overall, gameplay is going to get a 3 of 5. It's alright, especially given the price, but it's nothing to rave about. For the overall rating, the game's going to have to get a 6 of 10 for me. It's good, but it feels more like a playtest of strategy games, and a first stab at the genre, than something that is more mature. It just lacks the replayability in my eyes of what a real game would be. Man, I hate describing this. It's tough. I think a great way to wrap up this review is that the game makes me extremely excited for the future of VR strategy games, but it doesn't quite excite me in and of itself.